Hey everyone, welcome to a new video. So we have a new hilarious supernatural article to respond to today. I recently made 2 videos responding to 2 stupid articles about supernatural full of spelling mistakes, grammar mistakes, misinformation about the show by a website called Gizmo Blaze. Now we have a new one, a different website called News Lagoon, Global Entertainment News. Sounds very similar to Gizmo Blaze, just clickbaiting, full of BS article. They got the actors' names wrong once again. Last name, Jared Paddock, Jensen Achilles. Come on. This one was actually shared by Misha. They obviously made fun of it on social media. Today we're gonna go through this new article and have fun reacting to it. Let's get right into it. Previously on Wayward Winchester. This must be a joke, right? Unfortunately it's not. Supernatural Season 15. Jared Padalecki and Jensen Ackles will be back or not? I like the questioning tone here. Jared Paddock and Jensen Achilles are coming back soon to introduce you with Dark World. What is it, Thor Dark World? A Marvel movie?
You know who does that? Crazy people!
Alright, so the website name News Lagoon, once again Global Entertainment News, and they have Entertainment USA section, Entertainment India section, obviously originating in India just like Gizmo Blaze, with writers' names were obviously Indian and Gizmo Blaze too. This time they didn't actually put the publishers' names, they said just put Team News Lagoon, the website name. Clearly the writer is too embarrassed to put their name to this joke of an article. And let's get right into that brilliant title here. Your favorite duo, Jared Paddock and Jensen Achilles, are coming back soon. Almost an identical article to the last one Gizmo Blaze did, I made a video on. They stuck with Jared Paddock, that wrong last name for Jared, but they changed Jensen's last name to another wrong name. It was Jensen Ackles in the last one. Now Jensen Achilles is in like the Greek mythology, Achilles heel. Hilarious. You might think, well, they must be joking, right? I don't think so, because they actually write those articles very seriously, like they want to inform the viewers. It's just clickbait BS with zero research, zero command of English. It's embarrassing. I don't know why they even write those articles, but let's continue. Know about the release date, cast, plot, and other updates. Obviously not from you, because nothing you write is accurate. Sam and Dean are now continuing their monster hunt through season 14, we're in 15, but okay. They are now coming forward to see us on the 15th, like 15th of the month or something? No, you mean 15th season. Fans have been waiting for him since he returned. Him, as in Supernatural, is he a guy? Supernatural is a man, a person, a male? Waiting for him to return since he returned? It's I don't know what to say anymore. Produced by Eric Kripke. The series currently runs on Amazon Prime. Again, a fact irrelevant to anything. It also runs on Netflix, and it mainly runs on CW. It shows on the CW app. What does this line have to do with anything? It's created by Eric Kripke. He left since season 5. He's been executive producer on and off, but that's irrelevant. This whole line is irrelevant to anything going on right now with Supernatural. What is the release date of Supernatural season 15? You mean aside from the fact it's earlier released in October last year, and we're still waiting on the second half of it? Okay. The Winchester brothers have already entered their 15th year. Oh wow, thanks for letting us know. We had no idea. 13 of the 20 episodes are already significant with exciting new events. Wow, the 13 of 20 that I already seen were significant? And here I thought there was just like stupid, useless episodes that we shouldn't really have focused on. Thanks News Lagoon for letting us know that 13 of the 20 episodes are already significant with exciting new events. I had no freaking idea. The rest were removed worldwide due to the coronavirus condition. Yeah, the Supernatural had some condition with skin, a coronavirus like skin condition, you know? So they had to be removed worldwide before it infects anyone, you know? The rest of the monsters, again, they repeated the word just like Gizmo Blaze repeated the word zombies twice. The rest of the monsters, including Sam and Dean, once again they call Sam and Dean monsters. Gizmo Blaze called them creatures, supernatural creatures, And News Lagoon, sister to Gizmo Blaze, is calling them monsters. Basic story follows the brothers Sam and Dean Winchester find themselves following their father's story as supernatural creatures.
You know who does that? Crazy people.
So Sam and Dean, instead of hunting monsters, they are monsters now. Newsflash everyone, Supernatural fans, if you didn't know, now you know through News Lagoons, and Sam and Dean are monsters. The rest of the monsters, including Sam and Dean, continued in peace. Carry on, my wayward son. There will be peace when you are done as monsters. Which is funny because Chuck had an ending where the boys die as monsters. So, yeah, this is not a mistake, guys. News Lagoon has some deep philosophical meaning here. They watched the episode where Chuck had an alternate future where the boys are monsters, and they put that in their article. You gotta think more about it. It's not a mistake. Obviously, I'm joking. They have no idea what they're talking about. The rest of the titles of the episode, not episodes, notice, are well known in the media. Are they? You gotta find out. They're not very well known to News Lagoon. They are. Let's see what the episode titles are for the rest of the episodes. Episode 14, Less Interval. Really? Can you imagine an episode of Supernatural called Less Interval? Let's see what the actual episode name is called from supernaturalfandom.com. It's called Last Holiday, not Last Interval. So they got the first word right, but not the last one. Okay? Why do you even bother writing those articles? I mean, clearly you only care about the clicks, not the content, but do you enjoy being made fun of? Because that's what everyone will do when they read those dumbass articles. Episode 15, Gimme Shelter. Let's see what the actual episode title is called. Actually, Gimme Shelter. So episode 15 checks out. Congrats News Lagoon for getting one episode title right. Episode 16, Drag Me From You. No, that's not a complete title. Let's go to the actual episode title from Supernatural Fandom, at least what we know so far. Drag Me Away From You. So again, they got this one wrong. They're missing a word. It's not drag me from you, it's dragging me away from you. Episode 17, Unity. I believe that is a correct one. Yep, you can see right here from Supernatural Fandom. It is called Unity. Episode 18, Okay. Episode 18 is just called Okay. It's just an okay episode, you know, so they didn't bother even coming up with a title name for the episode. Like, imagine like the scriptwriter presenting the episode for the showrunners to be approved, and they just named it Okay. Hey, what's the new Supernatural episode called? Episode 18. We're almost done, guys. We're almost finished with the series after 15 years. What is it called? Okay. I don't know what to say anymore. So let's look at the actual episode title for episode 18. It's called The Truth. A respectful title, you know. Simple, but like a decent title. It's not just called Okay. Okay, let's continue. Episode 19, Enter the Ground. Whether Sam and Dean were die and enter the ground, like they're gonna be buried in the ground. Imagine like, if the episode's called Enter the Ground, that's probably what it's gonna be about. Let's guess what Enter the Ground will be about. Sam and Dean die and get buried in the ground, but there's still one episode left. But before we get into that hilarious last title, let's see what the actual episode 19 is called. Inherit the Earth. That's what episode 19 is called. So, it's not called Enter the Ground. Like, where the hell do you get those dumbass names from? And why do you put them in an article and put them out on the internet for people to read? That is just... You're kidding. You must be kidding. And now, the series finale. Episode 20. It's called Continue. I love this one. I actually love this one. Continue. It's so hopeful. Like, the actual title is called Carry On. Again, from supernaturalfandom.com. But News Lagoon calls it Continue. It's kind of the same meaning as Carry On. It's just so stupid and childish. Like, clearly they didn't even bother researching, or they're being funny. I don't know what's going on here, but I love this one actually. Continue. Please continue Supernatural past season 15. That is the most hopeful series finale title anyone can come up with, and I salute News Lagoon for coming up with the brilliance. Continue, please. Yeah, this one I actually love. Continue. Supernatural series finale. Continue. Let's continue. Supernatural season 15 star. Depending on the race, they always see Jared Paddock and Jensen Achilles as Sam and Dean. Depending on the race, what does that even mean? Do they sometimes switch race on the show? I had no idea. As far as I know, they're always the two main white guys, Sam and Dean. Do they switch race? Well, they are monsters, Sam and Dean, so they must switch race throughout the series, right? Sometimes they're shapeshifters, they're switching race. You never know what Sam and Dean will be like tomorrow. Or Jared Paddock and Jensen Achilles as Sam and Dean will be like tomorrow. So, depending on the race, they always see Jared Paddock and Jensen Achilles as Sam and Dean. So it depends on the race, but we always see them as Sam and Dean. So which one is it? It's either or. You can't have both at the same time. What does this line depending on race even mean? Like, again, don't even bother trying to understand what those people mean with their articles. It's nonsensical BS. So let's continue. Speaking of series finale titled Continue. Other contestants may include Misha Collins, Kestel. The last one was Kestel, with a C-A-S-T-E-L. This one's Kestel with a K. K-E-S-T-E-L instead of Kestel. Brilliant. Contestants. So what is Supernatural? Some competition that has contestants that sometimes features other contestants like Misha Collins, Kestel, Mark Sheppard, Crowley, Samantha Smith, Alexander Calvert. So we got Samantha Smith right, Alexander Calvert right, Mark Sheppard right, Misha Collins right, but they didn't get Jared Padalecki and Jensen Ackles right, the main two stars of the show. What kind of sense does that make? Nothing. Samantha Smith, Alexander Calvert as Mary. So Alexander Calvert plays Mary. Jacket L as Mary, and Jacket L. They mean Jack, but it's Jacket L. Hey L, where's your jacket? I don't know what to say anymore. The news of the disappearance of the 15th season is a little strange to fans. What happens to the 15th season? It just disappeared out of the air, out of nowhere. We have no idea. It's a little strange. Like, I woke up one day and 15th season Supernatural disappeared. What happened? This is a Supernatural case in itself. We need Sam and Dean to investigate it. What happened? Did monsters kill Supernatural? How did it disappear? I have no idea. Like, I'm tired. Like, I don't know how long we have left. I'll try to get through what's remaining of this joke of an article, because I'm drained by the stupidity of this article, seriously. Jared Paddock has already unveiled a new show called Texas Ranger. It's not called Texas Ranger, it's called Walker. You can even get Jared's new show's name right. It's based on Walker Texas Rangers, original one by Chuck Norris. And now the reboot is called Walker. It's not called Texas Ranger. I mean, what do you expect? They didn't get Jared Padalecki's name right. Will they get a new show right? No. So got this one wrong too, of course. Jensen Achilles is still entertaining us through the online media that recently produced the album with his friend Steve Carlson. So they got Jensen's friend Steve Carlson's right, but they didn't get Jensen Ackles' name right. What sense does that even make? Who's more popular here? To us Supernatural fans at least. Come on. And they mean a radio company, and they call it online media. You mean a music company called Radio Company, owned by Jensen Ackles and Steve Carlson. It's like a child is writing the article, but children actually would write better than that. I really believe that. Like, someone in the comments said it's like a 6-year-old wrote the article on Gizmo Blaze articles, but I honestly think 6-year-olds write better than this bullshit. It was called the Radio Company. Okay, so they actually named it. Congrats. Why didn't you just say that in the beginning? One of its songs will be played in a season 15 trailer. You mean the one already played? Drowning? Will be played? It already played ages ago. The song Drowning played in one of season 15 trailers several months ago.
Not everything we did was because of Chuck. The blood, the sweat, the tears, man. That's us. What happened to Butch and Sundance? What happened to going out swinging?
Why are you telling us this like it's some news? Again, it's just they don't know how to speak English. That's really the only explanation to this. Plus, they have no idea about the show or the actors or their companies. They know their friends owning the companies with them, like Steve Carson, but they don't know the actor's name's Jensen Ackles. They call him Jensen Achilles. So stupid. For the fans out there, the behind-the-scenes blueprints of the franchise's season 15 shared this flop by describing stylized objects and punishing people. What the hell are they talking about? They're talking about behind the scenes. That's the only thing I understood in that line. For the fans out there, behind the scenes blueprints of the franchise's season 15 shared this flaw by describing stylized objects and punishing people. They're talking about gag reel, but what the F is that even about? Like, what, they're talking about a building, blueprints for a building here? Stylized objects and punishing people. Punishing people, hunting things, the family business. That's a new logo for the boys now. Okay guys, we're getting close to the end of that mess, joke, whatever you want to call it. That's not a real article, that's just a joke. I'm gonna call it a joke from now on. We're getting to the end of that joke, so let's get through it because I'm really tired of this BS. Supernatural Season 15, will Jared Paddock and Jensen Achilles return? Oh my god, they restored the old title from Gizmo Blaze's last article. Instead of Jensen Achilles, they're back to Jensen Ackles. Updates are here. Okay, so they're not even consistent with the misspellings and the wrong names they put for the actors in the same article. They're not even consistent with that. They have nothing. Like, they get nothing right. It's just... what do you even say to that? Let's continue. Supernatural is an American dark fantasy, not really that dark, but okay, action and drama television series. This supernatural fantasy style appears in the pursuit of dark fantasy, drama, action, urban, and supernatural fantasy. Again, this whole paragraph right here makes no fucking sense. There's no other way to put it. The creator of this series is Eric Kripke. Oh my god, you got this one right. Bravo, freaking News Lagoon. Most believe is one of the longest series. Most people believe that. Yeah, it's not like you can have an actual objective measure of how long a series has been. It just depends on your belief system. Supernatural one of the longest series? I believe so. What about the facts? I'm not sure. I just care about my personal beliefs about that. Yeah, it's one of the longest series, 15th season. Yeah, it's pretty long, one of the longest ones I would say. But the team hopes to reach the final stage of this wonderful ending story. Wonderful ending story. Doesn't make sense, but okay. Now that the time is approaching, the Supernatural corresponds to its last period. Okay, so it's almost ending, so it corresponds to its last period. Again, nonsensical BS. That's not English. What is even English in that article, right? Location. The series revolves around two brothers, Sam and Dean Winchester. Got this one right. There, his father gets lost on a hunting trip. John just doesn't know how to hunt monsters, so he got lost, you know? But the father was no ordinary hunter. He hunted monsters and other supernatural beings. Oh my god, they got this one right. Last time you said Sam and Dean hunted animals, so thankfully... News Lagoon, which is the same like Gizmo Blaze really, just different names, they got this one right. They hunt monsters and supernatural beings. Congrats, we're almost done and they got some things right. Wow, amazing. The boys, they call them the boys. Well, you don't get to call them the boys because you know nothing about them. You clearly never watched the show, so please don't call them the boys because you have no idea what you're talking about. The boys follows their father's story. Again, so they borrowed that from their previous article, Gizmo Blaze. They follow their father's story. They hunt monsters, ghosts, monsters, again, redundant. There's no editing, proofreading, no, nothing. And other supernatural beings and save many lives. Well, good for you. You got like 1% right in the whole article. And again, the post was modified, blah, blah, blah. What was modified? What was the original article? This is a modification of it. Again, finally we're done with this draining mess of stupidity. I can't believe this BS gets published on the internet and they're not actually embarrassed to publish this BS and they think they have like a real journalist, real media, real article with real information here. They can't even get the actors' last names correct. They can't get the character's name correct. They can't get the storylines correct. They can't get news about the show properly. Nothing, almost nothing is correct in this article. They literally got like 1% correct things, which I assume to be by chance, by coincidence. I believe they didn't even mean to get that 1% right. So again, guys, as infuriatingly stupid those articles are, they provide great entertainment, a lot of laughs, a lot of WTFs for us Supernatural fans who actually know the show, we know the actors, we know how to Google. I mean, they could have done that if they didn't know anything. They could just Google the names, at least get the names right. But no, they didn't even bother to do that. The laziest form of non-journalism, BS, non-media I've ever seen. Gizmo Blaze, News Lagoon, whatever names it goes under, some clickbaiting BS. And yep, Misha shared it, obviously made fun of it. And this is my third video covering this BS. And if they make more of them, I'll probably still make videos about them because they're highly entertaining but very draining to me to go through. The stupid is too strong with those ones. So anyway, I'm pretty drained. I'm tired of this BS, guys. I hope you enjoyed it anyway. It is a good laugh. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Subscribe for more awesome Supernatural content. Till next time, as always, no chick flick moments.